Notice that things never go as planned? They never do. I spent 27 of my years in the corporate world as a director of financial planning and analysis, and not once did things go according to plan. Here's the key. The reason is there are billions of variables that enter in. Billions of variables. It could be a bug being eaten by a bird who then flies up and a car hits it, putting the car out of control, and someone gets in an accident that affects someone else in another way. We live on a planet where we're all intertwined, and variables are happening that we have no control over. And yet, when plans don't go exactly the way we want, we get ourselves all upset. Now, isn't that absolutely silly when you think about it? Absolutely. So, the best advice that I can give is set a direction of where you want to go. Set a direction for if you want to be healthier, how are you going to do that? And then you adjust as you go along. You see, that's the way you live. That's the way you can live in a moment. But if you set a rigid plan in place, that rigid plan never adjusts to the new variables. And if you're not adjusting to the new variables, you're never going to get close to where you want to be. Never get close to where you want to be. So you got to give up this idea. The idea that you can control everything. You can't. And you see, when you develop a perspective that I'm setting my intention to move in a direction, and I'm always going to be adjusting because I know there are variables. Variables are the way of life. You might as well just accept it because to fight it is to fight against nature. You can't fight against nature. It's like if you woke up today and you said, I wanted the weather here in Dallas to be no higher than 80 degrees. I wanted it a light cloud cover. I wanted a gentle breeze so we could have a great picnic. Well, guess what? I don't care what you wish for. I don't care what God you pray for. It's not going to happen. It's going to be between 95 and 100 today because that's what Dallas is. You can't change the weather. You can't change anything but your own perception. Yeah, Sandy, no one's going to ever be there to please you. That's not their job. Their job is to be their unique self, just as it is yours. And you're never going to please anybody either. Keep that in mind. I've given up the whole idea that I can please my wife, please my kids, please my granddaughter. I can't. But I can please me. And the greatest way I can please me is to be my authentic self, to continue to discover who I really am and live as much love as I can possibly live. And along the way, I'm going to be out of love. I'm human, just like you. I'm going to fall out of love. And what does it mean to fall out of love? Very simply, it means to judge. When you're judging, you're not in love. It's that simple. If you've got a partner and you're judging them, they're not doing what I want, you're not in love. It doesn't mean you have to accept bad behavior. You have to accept my partner, my children, my parent, whatever. They're doing what they believe is in their highest interest. I can choose to stay on the journey with them or not. But you see, if you're judging, what you're saying to the universe is, I'm not enough. I need for everything around me to be just so, and then I'll be okay. Well, if you're planning for that to happen, your hell's going to freeze over. Here's the funny thing. There's no hell, so you'll be waiting eternally. It's an interesting thing, this world we live in. One of the greatest lessons I've learned, accept what is and move forward. You see, when we accept what is, we stop fighting against nature. And when we stop fighting against nature, we reclaim our ability to have a perspective and adjust. and we become free of all these unrealistic expectations that we have set for ourselves and definitely have set for others. Friends, it's a great day to be alive, and you, and only you, get to make it so. Don't plan, set a direction, adjust, and move forward in love. Until tomorrow, much love to you.